today we're looking at another Steel Battalion video. This time I'm in the Bagley, which is the Tier 4 destroyer, and I'm slowly but surely working my way up to the Porter. Now, this wasn't an amazing match as far as like an amazing number of kills or something like that I got. Now, I use their in-game recording feature and then go back and rewatch replays for these videos, as well as I occasionally go back and watch replays to see, well, what happened in that battle. Now, whenever this happens, it's not exactly 100%. You'll notice that sometimes there's a lag or delay when weapons impact. But, nonetheless, decided I'm going to head out here to the, I guess you should say right if you're looking down at the lower right-hand corner, and seeing who or what else is coming along with me, as we get a little bit of this frame stutter here from aircraft being launched. Fairly big match. I'm looking at the initial loadouts, and I'm kind of wondering whether or not this team is going to pull through. We've got one less battleship. We do have one more heavy cruiser, but that is in Omaha, where they've got 2 Tier 2 battleships, 2 Tier 3 battleships, and a Tier 4 cruiser, and also a Tier 3 light cruisers, a sub on each side, and a couple of Class 4 destroyers. We have a Class 3, and I'm, of course, in the Class 4. Now, this isn't a fully maxed out, top-of-the-line Bagley. There's still a couple of upgrades to go as far as that goes. Now, I do have a spotting scope and a gun gyroscope on here right now, which reduces the impact of steering on my firing arc, essentially. So it looks like me and this heavy cruiser, or I should say light cruiser rather, this Atlanta, are going to be steaming off this side by our lonesomes, as our friendly aircraft carrier and aircraft have spotted some enemy forces over there. I'm not exactly sure what transpires during this match on the other side of the field. Now we come up and we find one of their Bagleys right there. Fortunately, I'm like, come on, Atlanta, see him, see him, see him. As we now also have a Wyoming battleship up here ahead. So I fire a couple of rounds, I miss. He's kind of going to be restricted by maneuvering here. Fire off a couple of more rounds, miss again, barely, he turns in time. Waiting to get another shot on. Hey, one of my rounds hit for 92, 41 damage. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and speed up and start scouting around this corner here. I'm pretty sure that my light cruiser here is going to take care of business. And he does. So CAN Bus has his first kill of this round. And I come across, and all of a sudden it's like, holy cow, here's a Wyoming. Enemy battleship. Well, it looks like he might be training his guns on me. I guess not. I thought he was. And then there's another battleship, and there's another battleship, and oh crap. So I deploy my spoke, and then I noticed that they also deploy smoke as well. So I just fire off a random spread of torpedoes, 3 torpedoes, and I just say, you know what, with this much smoke about, I'm fast, I can go 39 knots, I'm going to zigzag in and see what we can do. What kind of havoc can I wreak with my torpedoes before I die? So this Atlanta over here sees me. I fire off a torpedo at a torpedo spread rather, in the general direction of enemy battleships where I thought they had been before everybody smoked. And I get a couple of hits in on this Hagelin, that guy. And fortunately, my cruiser has moved up with me. So I fire off another spread of torpedoes here, as I take incoming fire from battleships. Fire off at this guy, and my cruiser has successfully gunned him down. So a couple of my torpedoes hit that Wyoming, as well as a Hagelin. And my cruiser is getting his guns onto target here. Now this Wyoming must not have a fire extinguisher on board. I'm going to go ahead and fire off a salvo of my guns. They're going to do a little bit of damage, but hey, every point counts, and at this point, I've got 3 battleships that should be wailing on me, plus a cruiser out here somewhere. At least I remember there was a cruiser out there somewhere. I don't know what happened to him. So I'm figuring that I'm not long for this game world, and it's not going to be too long as I fire off some more shells at this battleship. So I fire off another spread at this Hiegelin, although I'm pretty sure that my cruiser back here, yep, one last salvo. And he's almost dead. I think my torpedo is going to come in here. It's going to do the trick. Apparently I missed with the torpedoes. Fired a couple more off at these guys, forcing them to maneuver. And the cruiser gets his second battleship kill. Yeah, second battleship kill, third kill overall. So I'm not sure if the messages play up here what was relayed in chat, but at this point, he's like, nice torpedo spread. Of course, I provided him with a couple of very easy kills. Incoming battleship fire. So that cruiser's up there. Try to get off a couple more torpedoes on this Wyoming. He's running for cover. I'm taking hits. He's firing, I guess, solo fire. I fire off 2 more torpedoes. I have a third one coming up here. I'm going to go ahead and let it loose as well. And then this destroyer, or battleship rather, this Wyoming over here, the Murphyman. I've got enemy aircraft coming in, so I'm zigzagging. Another spread of torpedoes, and he's basically backed himself into a corner. And I get my first kill. And I found their carrier, so I've put some gunshots into the carrier. And I'm hoping his planes don't kill me. Getting additional torpedoes into the water as soon as they come online. Guns are ready. Fire off a couple more shots. So I got the battleship and their carrier. And look, here's another battleship. Actually, it's the same battleship as before, but here's their 4th and final battleship. Thought I'm going to take some damage here from a torpedo, but actually it does end up missing me. And then I out-turn or turn out of this torpedo. Again, it may look like it hits me, but it doesn't. I got more torpedoes. And a salvo from one of our battleships ends the match. So it ended up being a pretty good match, even though I didn't think going into it. I got a lot of damage, ended up as MVP of the round, because I did the most damage, even though I only ended up with 2 kills. But that's kind of how she's done there with the destroyer and the destroyer class, and so finally into some Bagley videos. So thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and I will see you next time.